This video is episode 6 of trading Solana meme coins, starting with 1 Solana till I make $1 million. For anyone that's new here, I've added a few extra rules to the challenge that make the challenge a bit more difficult and a bit more intriguing. And the first rule is that I have to always go all in with my whole balance. And the second rule is that I have to wait for a 2x actually to sell, or I can sell at a loss as well. That's basically why the title mentions doubling the Solana, right? Also, I'm sharing all of my trades in my Telegram group as soon as I hit the buy or sell button, and my wallet address is public, so if you have any doubts about what I'm doing, you can just check my wallet on SolScan and you'll see everything clearly. So last episode we actually ended with something about $20,000 to $26,000 worth of tokens. I took profits on Pino. I didn't hold this much of Pino as of last episode. I was taking profits. Currently, once again, I'm still holding Pino, but this was basically where we left off. We left off at this type of a price point. We officially secured 100 Solana actually in profit. So we've taken some profits on all of these coins, and we've ended up with actually a total of 125 Sol. So that's going to be our total starting balance for this episode. Let's just dive right in. I'm going to start looking for coins right now. Alright, so right now I have found this token right here, which is the lemon dog, Loshi. And there's recently been basically a meta about dogs and cats once again, just like the coin Billy right here. Let me show you guys. Billy popped off absolutely like crazily, right? It's already at $37 million market cap, and there were like other coins like this as well that just like shot off absolutely like crazy, like Grumpo right here. This is another one, just a dog token, and Loshi's sitting here at 120k. So I'm thinking right now I'm just gonna ape this right now. I'm gonna, well, I have, as you can see, I have 125 Sol here, which is about $17,000. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but this is something I need to get in on. So we're gonna see. This is gonna be an experiment right here. We're gonna buy 125 Sol. Is there gonna be some sort of slippage? Am I gonna get less tokens? And am I gonna buy in? Am I gonna get mev'd? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. And it's already shooting up. I guess we missed our entry right here. That's crazy. It's at 180k right now. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna skip this one, but it still looks like a good meme. So it's currently up to 846k. I still haven't bought it. Let's wait for a dip, right? I'm gonna wait for a dip, and I don't know. I want to see some sort of a more sustained type of dip where the devs, not the devs, it's a CTO, where the CTO team can be tested for their, you know, how strong they are on the project. If it dips, for example, like this dip wasn't good enough for me, right? It's a 30% dip. If we see something about, I'd like to see a 40% dip, right? Something like this, where it stays above 500k. Around this zone, I could buy it in, because it can easily go to 5 million. It can easily go to 10 million. And now the liquidity is also the liquidity is a lot higher as well, so it gives the window of opportunity here for me. So I'll just wait a bit longer. This thing has to just go a bit lower, you know, it has to go a bit lower. Alright, so it's looking like it's dipping down a bit. So it's dipped down from 976k to about 700k right here. I'm thinking to myself, just a bit lower maybe, and we could get in on this right here. Maybe 10. Oh, yeah, it's eaten up. It's being eaten up right now. The dip is just being absolutely eaten up right here. So holder distribution is also a lot better now. It looks like a lot of people took profits on this, because there were actually, you know, there were a few holders that had like 4% here, and basically they are out. Right, it's about 3% here, 2%, and then the rest of the distribution looks really healthy here. So once again, Billy hit something about 50 million, right? It hit 50 million. Let me see Billy right now. Went up even more recently. Yeah, it's at 35 mil. It's a new runner. I missed Billy so hard. Like, Billy was shilled in my group right here. Oh, sorry, it went to 73 million. 73 million. That's insane, guys. And that's today, basically. That is today's 17th. No, it was yesterday. And it's like still kind of ranging with this, within this zone. So, alright, so right now I'm seeing a bit of a dip here. There's another coin that's also looking like a good option if we're trying to see like a beta play from Billy. Billy is the alpha play right here. So I'm looking at Loshi and Henry as one of the beta plays. Not sure which one to ape right here. I think that Loshi could be a better option because it's a CTO. Looks like it's finding some support here. Okay, no, 600k. So it's probably gonna dip around here. I'm just gonna take the risk and I'm just gonna buy it up right here around this price range. It's already a pretty huge dip to the downside. What is that? That's like a 30%, another 30% dip. As long as we see that, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, a big dump. We need to bid this right now. We need to bid this right now. 639. So how much is it? 650k right here. All right, this is going to be a huge buy. This is going to be a huge buy. Let's see their CTO. No, they're still fucking working on it. Okay, so I don't see a reason why I couldn't bid this. This is a perfect opportunity. We're just going to do 110 sol here. Let's just get it. And we're going to hold this. 600k. We are in. Let's see how this goes. We are down actually 10% on our buy, but we're at $1 million market cap, which means that we hit some sort of a slippage to the point where our base entry is a lot higher. So this is a good example why actually I need a lot higher of a market cap, I guess, I need a lot higher of a market cap for this type of a balance. So yeah, we're just going to see. I mean, I'm bidding on the fact that it's going to go to 5 mil or something like that. 3 mil at least, like the very minimum. Take a look at this. So Henry, I just saw Henry. It was on a dip, and this could have been an all-in opportunity as well. It's moved basically on its own to 1.3 mil right here as well. So I'm just hoping that Loshi is going to get some more volume on it right now, and it's going to just keep moving to the upside, because Henry is also pushing in a good manner like this. It's like there's like a second meta for these dog coins like this, so we're just going to see how it goes basically. I really hope it can push to 2 million at the very minimum. Alright, so this trade isn't really going my way just yet, so I'm thinking, okay, well, it's not insta dumping or anything like that. That would be horrible. I'd pretty much lose everything real quick. It's fine in my eyes, as long as the dip doesn't exceed the previous dip amounts, it's okay. So currently our dip, if we count it from here, it's already at 45%. If we go from here, which would be the realistic part, right? This was a wick to the upside. This was a very quick, sort of a 1 minute, 1 second type of wick, so we can ignore it, right? If we look from here, the dip was to the lowest part 36%. If we look at the previous dips, we had right here, new high, right? And then it dipped 42%, so it's even more than this dip percentage-wise. And the previous one right here, we have a dip that is for almost 45% as well. That was a quick wick, but it wasn't like as quick as this one to the upside, so I'm gonna count this. And here it was another very quick dump right here for 64% actually. That was a very quick one, so we're not gonna count it. If we look at this uptrend right now, we're seeing pretty much like to the upside, we're seeing 3 dips that we had. Each was for like 30 to 40%. So right now we're at 40% of a dip. We are down 30% almost. And I'm just gonna have to see if it exceeds a 50% dip. If it goes to like 55% of a dip, then I'm gonna need to sell this for a loss. And it's gonna be a pretty big hit. It's gonna be pretty much my first big hit right here. So we entered with 110 sol. We're currently looking at 81 sol worth of these tokens. So anything below 650k, I'm gonna have to sell it. Because what you have to understand about these charts is that the chart represents live what's happening. If the price is going down, it means that the people that are holding it, they're selling it for some reason, right? There is a reason why they're selling it. If it keeps going down, if it starts making bigger dips than before, and it starts, struggling real bad, it means the market is struggling. It means the people aren't as bullish anymore on the project. Hence why it probably won't go as high to the upside anymore. If we see the break below this level, anything can happen. Yeah, like it's not necessarily it doesn't necessarily mean that if we go below this level that it's done, right? It doesn't mean that. It could go down 99% and then go back up to $10 million market cap. Like, this is meme coins. But if we speak about probabilities, then if we start seeing, bigger dips, then higher likelihood that it's just going to keep going down. We don't want to hodl it through a downtrend like that. So I've set a limit here at around 669k. 660k is my limit. If it goes below this sort of level, I'm going to have to sell it. And that's going to be our first sort of a bigger type of hit on our buys right here. So Yeah, it's not looking good. Seems like people are exiting. It's going down. People are exiting their positions. Hence why the chart is going to the downside. We're down 50% from this point. I would probably sell it already, but oh yeah, it's not looking good right now. Yeah, we're just gonna sell it right here. I mean, good luck to the project. I'm not willing to hold through this type of a dip, so I'm just going to sell 100%. Feels bad, feels really bad right now, but we're gonna have to do it. There's no other way around it. Sold 67 sol right here. Pretty big dip, but yeah. Alright, so as you guys saw, pretty much I took a big loss on this last trade, so I did a bit more thinking about this and about this challenge exactly, and I realized basically that, well, unfortunately, when you reach a certain Solana amount, you cannot all in anymore on smaller market cap meme coins, right? Because if you all in with like 100 sol or 200 sol on something that has liquidity only of, you know, like 100k or 50k, you're gonna get fucked like I did in this trade. So what happened is right here, I entered, well, this chart right here on this screenshot, it doesn't represent the chart accurately, right? But I can show you on Dex Screener exactly what happened. So what you are seeing right here, my buy on this wick right here and my sell on this candle right here. So if we open the 1 second chart, we can see the exact point of entry, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here and why this type of trading is actually impossible with higher values on Solana, at least if we look at lower market cap coins. So, buy order. As you saw, I bought in when it was roughly at 650k, right? Except when I bought it, it wicked up to like 1.1 mil. And some of you might say I got MEV'd. That's not true. I did not get MEV'd because I had MEV protection on Pepe Boost. So, I did not get MEV'd. However, the liquidity on this token was pretty low. I thought it's big enough, but in reality, it seems like it wasn't big enough. It was at something about $80,000 to $90,000, the liquidity. So when I bought it, my buy order was pushed up to 1.1 mil instead of it being at 660k. If I did it with 1 sol, if I did it with 10 sol, even, right, I would have bought in maybe at the I would have basically bought in at the same price where the price action was at that time, instead of being pushed to 1.1 mil. That's what happened. This is the 1 second chart, so you can see exactly what occurred right here. Right afterwards, it just spiked up to 1.7 mil like for 1 second. From that point on, it just went sideways, right? But that's not the point here. My entry point wasn't 650k anymore. My entry point was now 1.1 mil, which means for me to be break even, right, my position basically starts here. So when it goes back down to the point where I press the buy button, I'm down 40% already on my position instead of being up 75% whole percent on my position. Do you see what I'm talking about here? Let's take a look a bit later on, right? Let's look at the chart a bit later on. What happened later? It kept pushing to the upside, right? And then it started dumping, right? If we look at the chart right here, it started basically trending to the downside. It had a few support levels, for example, this one right here, and it broke it and it started trending below it. And at that sign, I was already thinking, okay, this is bearish, I should sell, right? Remember, my buy point should have been 650k. Well, I sold right here. Let me show you. This is basically 660k something, the point where I sold. I sold it for 67 sol here. So you see what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, the only way to trade with all in would be to go and start trading like higher market cap coins. And personally, I'm going to be honest, I'm not that skilled in trading big market cap coins, unfortunately. It's not where I am making my bread when it comes to trading, usually. Basically, the whole time that I've been trading in crypto, ever since I started trading meme coins, which is back in November actually, I've been doing the trading mostly on low market cap coins, on the first moves on each of the coins. So if I have a big balance, let's say something about 100, 200, even 300 sol, 500 sol or something crazy like that, if I gotta be doing an all-in, and if I see a huge runner, like for example Loshi, it honestly, to me it looked like it's going to be a huge runner. It honestly did. I thought it could easily shoot higher. I thought it could go to 5-10 mil. I had to wait until it actually reaches a higher market cap for it to have a higher liquidity, right? For my position not to get fucked up. And at that point, I've already, you know, missed out on, I don't know, something about 4x, 5x since the moment I saw it. So the only way I can sort of do this challenge is if I restart each time, for example, or if I set a limit to my all-ins, right? But I believe the best route of action in this case is going to be to just proceed with regular type of trading. A lot of you also have been asking for me to talk more about just regular trading, just to share what, you know, what I'm doing in a regular type of way. Because this challenge, it's just named challenge. It's not actually supposed to be like a real, you know, challenge. It's supposed to be for entertainment, right? What type of a person does an all-in each time on each of the meme coins they do and waits for a 2x or to sell at a loss? It's unrealistic. It's not even a challenge. It's just a fully degen type of, you know, entertainment type of a thingy that I'm doing there. I just wanted to make some, you know, good content for you guys. So that's why I decided to do it. Now at this point, I'm pretty sure that at this point it's not even entertaining anymore because I can't do as many trades. I have to wait for, you know, something really good, and it takes a long time. And if I do a higher market cap play, then I have to wait, you know, for maybe for days for that 2x to play out. And if I sell, even if it's a larger market cap, let's say I have 300 SOL or something, and I sell on that larger market cap, after a week of holding, it's gonna probably still fuck the chart a bit. So that's the reality of this challenge here. You can only do this challenge pretty much until you reach 100 SOL or something like that. Maybe 200 SOL would be the very top if you adjust the rules at the very end for the challenge. That's how I see it, honestly. So I will keep doing the challenge. I'm just going to keep doing it in a more regular type of manner. At the time of recording, I've already started doing different types of trades on Pump Fun, on different types of, you know, tokens that I see that could be cool, could be interesting. And we are back at 97 SOL right here. I'm still holding Pino. I DCA'd on Chonky. I'm still holding some Scoot. So what about this Telegram channel? Am I going to keep sharing all of my trades here? So let me just quickly clarify this. I actually made a post about this right here on my public channel where I explain basically what I explained right here, that I won't stop doing the challenge. I'm still going to be aiming to hit $1 million on the challenge. Still going to keep everything transparent. I'm still going to keep making videos about it. Everything's the same, except I'm not going to share every single one of my plays in here, just because there's so many eyes on the challenge right now. There's so many people like watching it, and if I post something here, there's going to be an effect on the chart just because I posted it. Just even if I tell people, right? Even if I tell people, you know, don't copy this, I'm just sharing what I'm buying, there's going to still be a lot of people that are going to buy it, and it's going to go up. So I'm going to stop sharing every single one of my plays here. I'm still going to share more high conviction type of plays that I do, but I still have a private group right here. This is a group chat, and it has 4.5 thousand members. And basically, if you're active in the chat, I usually post up in the chat whatever I buy right here. Usually there's not like a ton of people watching the chat. Usually people come to the chat, you know, to just chat with other people, and it basically ends up being, you know, only a few people that see my message. So that's how I'm going to be sharing these sort of everyday types of trades that I'm going to be doing. It just makes a lot more sense instead of posting it to, you know, thousands of people to see in a concentrated type of manner, you know, all eyes on that one post. I rather just go in this chat just like anyone else posting their calls right here, and post my own calls, post what I'm trading just like anyone else here. So for those of you who aren't in this group, there is no public version of it. It's a private link type of group, but I am adding periodically people in from my Telegram channel, and I just added 300 more people, by the way. I'm just not doing it in one go because it's going to absolutely flood the channel. If I add everyone in one go, there's going to be a bunch of spammers, you know, there's going to be a bunch of scams. I don't want that. I want to keep the chat clean. I have a moderator there. I'm letting in people periodically. Anyways, I'm going to be posting up different types of videos pretty soon. Got a lot of stuff to review and talk about the crypto space. There's been actually a pretty huge dump on the whole crypto market right now. So is it time to even be trading right now? Like, I'm going to talk about a lot of different stuff pretty soon on this channel. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you rock, and I'm going to see you on the next one.